All right, everybody. We were up here in the lounge just now jamming to some good old Michael Jackson music, and Manuel brought something to my attention that I think we should remind everybody. Manuel, do you want to take the mic from me and just let everybody know what's up?
Absolutely, no. Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that we have all your socials going on right now for the Bison Lounge. Remember, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. We'll be waiting for your like and for your follow. And of course, we also love to hear your thoughts. So leave and drop us a comment. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, everybody. All right. We are back again. Ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you once again for joining us in another episode in the lounge. So come on in, pop a squat. Don't forget your glass of whiskey, and don't forget your beautiful cigar you got going on for yourselves. And welcome again to the Bison Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I, of course, am your host, the handsome Noe. And joined again with the one and only, the pimp himself, in distress, it seems, the very mentally disturbed Manuel.
Pimp in distress. Nah, I'm good, actually. I'm doing pretty good, man.
You good?
Yeah,
you're wing, my friend.
Absolutely good. It was maybe 1 or 2 days that were interesting, but yeah, no, most of it was pretty good.
Mine was all right. Today was interesting in the sense of like, fuck.
Huh.
But we'll get into that a little bit later in the show. So why don't we get to the gritty, because we are going to be on a few topics involving video games. But what have you been playing this week, Manuel?
Well, let me tell you, I had another blast from the past.
Another blast from the
past, my friend. I actually went into my Super Nintendo collection. Super Nintendo collection, my guy. You know, the old school Super Mario World. But I didn't touch Super Mario World. I touched Top Gear.
Top Gear? Sounds familiar.
Racing game, old school racing game.
Yeah.
You know, you're basically not top view, but like from the back of the car, and like the whole thing is like, you know, sideways to where you're driving. It's a fun game, dude. I remember that game back when I was like, what? How old am I now? I don't even remember. Fuck, that's how old I am, dude. Back when I was a wee little chap, just playing that game, getting pissed off because I kept on crashing into the fucking side signs and all that stuff. But once you get older and you learn how brake works, you do a whole lot better. But that game was so much fun, man.
Really?
Loved it. And also been hitting a bit of the Dead Island, of course.
Still playing Dead Island?
Still playing Dead. There's a lot to do, like I said, man.
I mean, I know there's lots to do.
A lot to do.
It's all the same, just killing zombies.
Yeah, killing zombies, but in this one, there's actual survivors that you can save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the old one, you find one straggler here and there, but now there's more. You have your little safe houses and so on. And I don't want to get into this right now because I want to find out what you've been playing lately, my guy.
Well, nothing special really. Still just playing Wukong, but I will say I am on the last world now. But granted, I was having a problem with the boss in the fourth world. Dude, the motherfucker just slaughtering the fuck. Like, it took me like almost a week to beat him.
Shut up.
I was like literally before work, an hour, maybe an hour and a half before getting ready for work, playing throughout the week. And I just could not beat this motherfucker. She was kicking my ass. And I was even having, like, I'm not a rage quitter, and, like, I'm not those crazy dudes that throw the controllers. But there was a few moves I was like, fuck. Like, God damn it. Like, fuck off. Like, leave me alone.
Just fucking lips.
Yeah, just fucking lips. And granted, I finally did it, which was, like, I think Friday after work. I came home, busted it on, and I was like, thank God, finally. And I'm on the fifth world, and it's hard as fuck, man. Well, granted, that's how games are, right? The further you get, the harder it gets.
Yeah.
But I got a nice little hat for my monkey.
Nice.
I'm a little monkey king.
Nice.
And it's been fun. The last world, it's pretty much you're like in hell. It's fire everywhere, and you're pretty much dying immediately.
Oh, shit.
Because of the burning.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at, and I've been playing, of course, Magic. But I went back to the lab because I got tired of my deck, and now I'm working with a blue with a little splash of black.
Nice.
A little blue with a little splash of black.
Blue.
Notice how I had to quote black and be safe about it, you know?
Blue would be what?
Control.
What your black being tokens?
No. They can be tokens, but the deck's based more on control with a little bit of removal with the black.
Oh, okay.
With a little life drain.
Oh,
that's where I'm at with it. I just started making it too, so it's still not done. But that.
The wood chipper.
Chipping
away at that life.
Yeah, chipping away, just slowly but surely, just sucking the blood in that fine specimen.
Ooh.
Like just how I suck my wine.
Ooh.
Just a little bit of a fine little pinch here and there, but enough to get it going.
With class.
A little bit of class.
Wait, do you have a planeswalker in the deck or no?
I do have one.
Blue, so...
Tapari or whatever?
Okay.
Yeah, it was control. Based on draw.
Who's your favorite planeswalker?
My favorite? It'd probably be Liliana.
Yeah.
Liliana.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty.
Liliana Vess.
Oh, is she nasty?
She Vess.
Man, whoever. Liliana, I bet, is the type of fucking person that you don't fuck her. She fucks you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she fucks you.
I can see that happen.
She rides dick.
She asks you if you have a condom, and you're all like, yeah, I guess she's going to put it on me, but you see her putting it on.
Ooh.
That's the type she is.
With her mouth, too, by the way.
God damn.
Yeah. I heard if she's really into, she uses her butthole to put it on.
Damn.
Man, that's skill.
That's some skill.
That's some skill.
And scary.
Yeah, it's scary. But that's where I'm at. And so what we're going to talk about is I'm sure the folks have been getting quite tired of us, and it's Resident Evil, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry, but the trailer just came out. You know how it is. We're going to talk about it. So, Manuel, before we talk about it, what was your thought just after seeing the trailer? Not yet getting into specifics. Just say yay, nay, or like, we'll see.
Okay, so from what I saw, I would have to say meh. Meh, because they're sticking to it looks like they are, to the Resident Evil 7 and 8 style. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole horror thing, which is great. That's what Resident Evil is based on, right? How they brought upon the story, I'm like, not too thrilled, but we'll see. We're only getting a taste of what it's gonna be.
It's not even a teaser, it's just the first trailer.
Yeah, because I mean it debunked the whole leaks that people were getting before this, but who knows, maybe more trailers come out, which I think another one did, but I'm not too sure. I can't, with the way AI is, I can't trust anything.
Yeah, you can't trust shit.
You can't trust shit. But what did you think, man?
You want to know what?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I thought, what a piece of shit. I was just like, this is the trailer I've been waiting for?
This is the best you could do,
Capcom. That's Capcom you can do for me? Like, this is horrible. I don't give a shit about this character, whoever she is. I'm like, who's this bitch? Like, who? Like,
she was if you look on the trailer, she was looking up Ethan Winter.
Was she?
Yeah, she was looking up. Didn't you like read the little headline?
No.
It says mysterious body found in explosion site. And then the picture said it was Ethan Winter's body.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid in the aspects of how the picture was shown, because didn't Ethan give his jacket to Rose?
I don't remember, to be honest, bro.
Like, because I remember him giving Rose to Chris with this jacket.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know about no jacket.
The jacket is what Rose was wrapped up in. But the thing about it is, in the pictures, he shows up dead with the jacket on.
Fucking Capcom,
you're fucking over it.
Notice, but we did.
We are nerds.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with us.
But I don't know. For me, I didn't like the trailer. I don't care about the character. Of course, I'm still going to play it.
Of course.
$80 price tag. Speaking of, you know what? That's something that we do need to talk about, too. Put it on the side and tend to.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah.
So that is something you got to remember to talk about when it comes to these video games.
Well I mean, yes, because I've seen some fucking articles, dude, where a lot of people are regretting their purchase.
All right, we're going to get into that. Let's not side with trying too much yet. We're going to get right into that. But after the trailer, the name. I fucking hate the name. I hate the name so much.
Really?
Yeah, Requiem. To me, that's a title that's a lazy title for me.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm like, Requiem? What kind of bullshit title is this? Why couldn't they call it, like, But that I can't think of anything.
You see, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. So
Resident Evil 9, big booty bitches.
Big booty bitches. BBB. And one of the B's is a 9.
There you go. There you go.
But, I mean, yeah, I wasn't too thrilled. I mean, you see the suspense in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You see the suspense, how it goes from her being in her office to like, bam, just upside down in a freaking captured position. So, and then she's like, whoa, wait, fucking Frank Castle style. But when you truly pay attention in the trailer, you hear 3 familiar voices. 3 of them.
Which are?
Chris, Leon, and Jill.
Really? I didn't hear Chris. I heard Leon.
You hear Leon, you hear Jill, and you hear Chris.
Damn.
You know the shit that I've been through?
Oh, that was him. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, I was like, that's Chris. So I was pretty like invested. I'm like, okay, so there's a possibility that they're going to do a what they did with 7 and 8, where, like, you're playing somebody off the side.
And they're in it.
They're in there. Like, maybe... Since this is I think it was sort of like a CIA thing. I don't know what they were in, FBI, whatever. And Leon's probably like an informant or something.
Like some top guard.
Yeah. He's there. He's giving them information. Like, when
it's like, I got the big dick now.
Yeah. I was in Raccoon City.
Yeah, I was there, you know.
You didn't see what I saw. People
dying. Zombies.
People gonna die.
Chicks in short skirts.
Oh, yeah. Blue tank top, short skirts.
But to me, so they're obviously going to be side characters. I wonder if they're going to do the because, you know, Resident Evil, they're going to do DLC. They're going to do DLC where you play as them.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do.
I bet Leon's tapping the main character's ass. But that's why he's in it.
You know, I never thought about that. Did you know, though, Grace, which is the character's name, is a daughter to somebody else.
Really?
That's been in the series before.
Really? And what series is that?
She's the daughter of the reporter from Resident Evil Outbreak.
The one we were just talking about last time.
Last time, exactly. I feel like Capcom's probably listening in on us. What the fuck?
They're stealing our ideas. I'm telling you,
we got to trademark that.
Yeah,
shit.
We got to trademark this.
It's only a matter of time before Leon comes out in a scene and says, "Drink water and fuck."
That'd be great.
We got to trademark that real quick.
Promotional ad. He's all naked with like a leather bear over his crotch. He's like, drink water and fuck, gentlemen. With a cigar and a whiskey.
Holy shit, dude.
That's our trademark.
What the fuck?
And in the background, you just see a sign that says the Bison Lounge.
That would be dope.
That would be dope.
I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be ecstatic.
We get credentials.
Yeah. No shit. So some royalties in there.
We're like side characters in the new game, but we die immediately.
Oh, check it out. That looks kind of nice.
But overall, I mean, of course, I'm still gonna play it. Of course, because of prices and stuff, this shit sucks. That's the one thing I do think about now. I'm like, fucking $80, dude.
80,
bro. Can you believe this?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be $80, dude. It's gonna be more.
Fuck, don't say that.
It's good. Well, you got to understand, how long was fucking Village, dude?
How long was it?
How long was it?
Gameplay-wise?
Gameplay-wise, with including DLCs, dude.
Maybe 30, 40 hours.
I mean, I see that more of a fucking $100 game right there, dude.
Nah, fuck that, dude.
I don't feel Capcom would do us like that, but they gotta keep they gotta keep up with the
times.
The times, man. $80 games.
I don't think it's keeping up with the times. I think it's joining the bandwagon.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing. I mean, just like how Xbox is doing the whole Steam thing.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so I mean, ridiculous. I mean, did you see the showcase?
I didn't, but I know you did. Why don't you tell us about it a little bit?
I was disappointed. I was completely disappointed because out of like the whole showcase, only maybe three things caught my eye. And one of them was because I was like, really? The Xbox is going that way? And it's the handheld.
They're going handheld?
They're going handheld with one of their consoles.
Really?
So they're going to make the regular, which is kind of like a PC build, which is, wow, okay, you're going to go that hard, to a handheld, which is like, you know how they have the Xbox One and then the Xbox One Slim?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing now with like their build, and then their Slim, I guess, would be the handheld,
okay.
which is pretty interesting. But even then, I'm like, fuck, more shit to worry about around kids.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know.
Well, that's the market.
Yeah, pretty much. Marketing. But also, the Outer Worlds was interesting, but at the same time, I was like, meh, not a fan of it. The other thing that caught my attention was Grounded 2.
Grounded.
Yeah.
I never played those.
So I know you don't like those building type of games, but this one is more focused on the story of it.
Okay.
Instead of like, having to build a fortress and shit like that, which you can, it's an option and you'd want the protection. You don't have to. You can just build yourself a little base where you can like manage your weapons and shit like that and take off into the fucking void. Just take off into the fucking, well, in the first one, you're in the backyard. This new one, you're going to be in a park.
Okay.
Which is apparently, to what the developer said, 4 times the size of the first map.
Wow.
So, I mean, the first map was huge, dude.
Yeah.
It took you a while to get from one side to the other. Because, I mean, you're miniaturized. You're Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style, you know? It's the same characters, just older, which is pretty cool. And you're finding out more about this lab that you were fucking like, kind of like trying to put out there that they're evil.
Yeah.
You didn't really defeat them. There's still more going on behind the scenes in the whole town.
Wow.
It's interesting. It's pretty cool, dude. I liked it. I was ecstatic for that, and of course the Resident Evil 9 trailer.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised it was at an Xbox showcase.
It's for it's all consoles.
Oh, it's all consoles.
The RE9 is gonna be all consoles: PS5, Xbox, PC, well, Steam, I guess you can say, and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Which Nintendo.
Yeah. So because we're going to get into it right now, but I just want to throw this out there. There's been a new Guinness World Record.
Really?
So I'm sure everyone's familiar with Guinness World Records. People make records involved, maybe jerking off for 50 hours straight. That was my record. No one could beat it. And, other things, but there's
Dare you. I dare you.
In Sydney, Australia, Okan Kaya, I'm butchering the name. I'm sorry for whoever you are, is holding the Guinness World Record for most hours spent playing video games in a marathon session without any breaks. So without
taking a piss,
without all that.
Eating.
You want to know how much this girl fucking played?
Well, go on.
135 hours and 50 minutes.
God damn. That's almost a week.
That's almost a week.
That's like 4 days, maybe.
How do you even go about that?
That's a good fucking question. Because, I mean, I go insane. Like, I can sit at my PC and probably play for like, if I'm really invested into a game and I don't know where the time's going, it'd be a couple hours. And that's with breaks, dude. Like, I'd stop and go drain the lizard, drop the kids off at the pool, that sort of shit. But for that long, for days on end.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Dude, I would lose my shit. Like, I think the longest I ever sat down and played without taking a break was maybe 3 hours. Maybe.
Yeah, and that's if you have no snacks, no water, nothing.
No snacks, no water, nothing.
Yeah, that's possible. But, like, for fucking 130-something hours, hell to the fucking no, dude. I love video games, and there have been moments when I was young, where I would be playing maybe 10 o'clock at night. Next thing you know, I hear the birds chirping.
Yeah, I remember those back when I was a child.
Yeah,
like
that was
8 hours.
Yeah,
back in the Super Nintendo days.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, whatever.
Yeah, all those days.
Just like, oh shit, I fucked up.
I fucked up.
Yeah, so I gotta go to school in an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
And dude, it's ridiculous. Like, man, that just blows my mind. I don't know how you go about that.
I don't know. Me neither, man. I mean, does it give any details about what she did? Like,
no, not yet. She just did it like a few days ago.
I'm pretty sure she had a piss bottle or something.
Whoever's fucking banging that ass, I feel bad for you. She put you on hold.
For a week.
She's like, you ain't getting in this pussy, boy.
God damn, dude.
God damn, boy.
Damn.
Can't put your cup on there and ride that one. That's for damn sure.
For damn sure.
But let's move on to what we are gonna probably not bitch, but more like try to understand. Nintendo Switch 2. If you live under a rock, Nintendo Switch 2 just came out.
Yes.
And I didn't even know it was coming out this soon. I thought we had another year or two. I just see like people. I saw it was in the news for here. The line for Best Buy was fucking long as fuck.
I believe it.
man, it's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong though. But before we get into the bad parts, the way it looks and the Joy-Cons, the magnet Joy-Cons, looks sick.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks really.
It has a sleek design.
Yeah, and I mean, that's probably the only good thing because I'm not hype about it because there's no games on it that I'm like, yeah, I need to switch to right now.
Yeah, see, that's one thing that I notice is like a lot of people tell you like, oh, I'm gonna buy it when it first comes out. I'm like, why? There is no games for it. No,
like Mario Kart.
Well, yeah, that was probably the only fucking game out for the fucking Switch at that time. That and games that were ported over. That's it.
What just bullshit too?
Yes,
they ported over Breath of the Wild.
And it's still fucking $60.
Yeah, $60 fucking dollars.
$60 fucking dollars, dude. So nah, man, what the fuck, Nintendo? I mean, apart from that bullshit, here's the thing. I believe I made a comment about this last episode, where like it's based on voltage of like what every little chipset can put in. They mentioned that if you put in a chip from the old Switch, the first Switch, and it's kind of like, you know how they kind of got worn out from like constant in and out, you know? They said that there's moments, some moments where they put in one of those chips, it gave it a wrong reading. You know how it would tell you like, please reinsert the disc or something like that? It gave it a wrong reading, and it would consider it like some sort of like, they were trying to modify it. So it gave it a wrong voltage, it locked the game, and guess what? It got it to the point where it's irreparable.
Oh, fuck.
You can't repair the fucking thing.
They can't repair the Switch, the console, or the game?
No, the Switch.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and
that really sucks.
And remember, the whole user license agreement, you don't really own the game. Any game that you buy for the Switch 2, it's just, it's like you're renting it.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit. So this guy was doing a video about it where, so, you know, when you go to the store and you get a physical copy, it's in a case, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo Switch went about it being clever, if you want to say. Some of the cases, they're not a cartridge. They're just the downloadable code.
Yeah.
So you're going to the store to get a fucking plastic box, because back in the day, physical, you know, you got it from over the counter.
Yeah.
And you got it behind the glass because, you know, they lock the video games up now in these days.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, but you're going to get the case, and inside's not even the physical game. It's just the code.
It's the code. It's like I'm saying, dude, like you don't own the game.
Yeah, it's like the biggest tease ever.
Not only that, you have to pay extra to play old games.
Yeah.
So if you want to play your old downloads, like for example, I made the mistake of, I bought Breath of the Wild digital and Tears of the Kingdom hard copy.
Okay.
I have to pay extra to play my Breath of the Wild.
Fuck that.
Granted, yes, I'm going to be able to play it for $9 instead of paying a whole nother $60, but still pay for something that's already mine? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
Fuck out of here. And then still on top of that, pay for like Nintendo Plus or something like that. Yeah, no, man, it's stupid in my eyes.
From what I saw too, which is a big bullshit, like a major one, is if you want a voice chat, you got to pay extra.
You got to pay extra.
That's ridiculous.
For a button that they have a button on the controls that you're basically never gonna use, dude, because you have to pay to be able to do that voice chat. What the fuck, Nintendo?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nintendo just went full greed mode.
They went full-blown EA.
Yeah. But to voice chat, pay to voice chat, that's been free since online was a thing.
I mean, I don't know, man. I remember back then in the PS3 era, when there was the console wars, you know, Xbox 360, PS3, and I think at that time it was a GameCube, was it?
PS3, yeah. Wait.
A Wii.
Oh, who's Wii?
Wii. Okay, so nobody ever mentioned Wii, but between Xbox and PlayStation, one of the biggest thing was with Xbox, you had to pay for an online, which was like $10 a month or something like that, and then for the year it was like what, $70, which was worth it. Save yourself a couple of bucks, but one of the things that PlayStation would always say to Xbox, oh yeah, let me pay for something that I already own, fucking internet. And they were right, but you got more perks from it.
Of course.
Now, PlayStation was free all the way. You can play online all you want it without having to pay a fucking fee, anything like that, whatever. But it makes sense now that you have to pay for it because of the servers. And keep maintaining servers is pretty fucking difficult.
But the voice chat? That's
voice
kind
chat
of a big,
is stupid.
that's a big fuck you to the
No.
You want to use our product? All right. Oh, you want to talk on our product? Oh, now you got, well, come on. You got to give us a few extra dollars for that.
Yeah, after I already paid like, what, $600 for my fucking console?
How much is it? It's like $500, right?
$599, something like that.
Dude, that's ridiculous. And the one thing, too, I've been seeing, and it is a complaint, is that it's the same bland dashboard as the Switch 1.
Yes.
Nothing's changed. It's not like you know, when you got it, every time you got a new console, the dashboard. Yeah. It was always something different. And on here, the Switch 2, there's no difference. It's the same damn boring ass dash.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, here we go. It's not $599, so it's $449.99 for just the console.
Okay.
But if you want the bundle with Mario Kart World, it's $499.99. So it's like they're giving you a discount for the game.
Fuck that.
Yeah, for the game if you buy it in the bundle.
Which is going to just be a downloadable game.
Yeah, which you're probably not even going to be able to fucking play.
Yeah.
Unless you pay an extra $10.
And be sure, you got to have internet, which in this day and age, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, no, fuck, dude. I'm not happy about any of this. Look at that. So, one thing that I noticed is a lot of people are complaining about the fact of scalpers, dude.
Yeah.
Scalpers. There's literally, I'm looking at one on eBay that's $1,200.
What the fuck?
$1,200. The new Nintendo Switch 2 video game console 2025 in hand brand. $1,200. And then another one for $900 with the Mario Kart World.
Nah, fuck that. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's scalpers, dude. Scalpers are the ones that are fucking this shit for everybody, dude. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's like that guy that opened up the card shop. The Pokemon card shop, He from all the cards that he scalped, he opened up a card shop. He was able to stock it up with all the brand new stuff because, you know, he kept on fucking scalping and or being there day one for cards, and he got a bunch. Well, apparently, to his dismay and to our entertainment, this dude, legit, his sales after 3 months are 0%.
Yeah, he's fucking charging ridiculous prices, I'm sure.
Yeah, like apparently people would walk in there. The guy that made this thread was a father. He was trying to get his kid some Pokemon cards. So when he walked in there, he tried to get his kid, I don't know what the hell this, I haven't kept up with what the Pokemon bundles they have and shit like that, dude. But it was some sort of like nice little, what do they call them? Starter packs. The big box.
The starter packs.
The starter packs. And the guy told him like, oh, this is going to run to you about $90. When you get a starter pack for like, what, $50, $40?
Yeah, you got me. I haven't picked a starter pack up since I was a child.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Starter packs back in the day, $30. Yeah, and you got, what, like 3 foils out of that bitch?
Yeah, there's always 3 foils.
For sure. I got a fucking Dark Magician foil.
I was just saying, I remember the first, it was Yugi and Kaiba. And then they went and say, oh, that ain't good enough for you? Here's Joey's, here's Pegasus. Like, goddamn.
Those tunes were fucking dope. Those tune cards were dope.
The tune cards were the shit.
Yeah, from Pegasus. But, yeah, so apparently after 3 months, this guy has not made a single fucking dime. And that's what he gets. That's what he gets. It's like I said, it's like to our entertainment and to his dismay because, yeah, the companies are making their money, but then they're getting upset fans because they can't get what they want. So, I mean, it all makes sense to where, like, the people are going to be pissed off and the companies are going to be happy.
Yeah.
So, it's, yeah.
So, speaking of scalpers and Pokemon, since, I've listening to us, you know my taste and where I'm at with the whole Pokemon frenzy. So, this just happened this past week. There are 15 holo cards that can only be pulled from the 1999 first edition base set booster packs. Pokemon cards. So we're talking 1999. This was the only year you could get these cards. So somebody had these cards, right?
Yeah.
And not only did they have these 15 holo cards, they went and got them graded. All of them came back 10 complete. All 15. All 15, right? Yeah, from that long ago, for them to be all 10s.
He probably like opened up the boosters that he had like lying around.
I wouldn't say they were lying around for them to be 10 still, because after a while, even sitting in that, they had to be like in a well-protected area for this long. Like, what is that? Like, that's like 26 years.
Shit.
And anyways, they all came back 10. These 15 cards, dude sold all of them in a set, all 15, for $358 and $300.
What?
$358,000. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
no. Yeah, no. I was like, $358,000.
Boy is set for life.
Set. Well, maybe not live, but that's definitely
for the rest of it.
If he's smart, you could just reinvest like half of that. He'll be rich by the. Well, I don't know who the guy is. He could be an old guy, but damn, dude, that's ridiculous. Like from 1999, this base set, you got your Gyarados, your Chansey, your Raichu, your Electron, your Nintendos.
Raichu, just basic Raichu?
Yeah.
Holographic?
Holo, yeah.
Not Surge's Raichu.
No, this is the first.
Because I know that was an actual sought-after card.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Surge's Raichu.
Yeah, the gym leader.
Yeah. And then Misty Staryu.
Yeah, when they started saying, oh, this is Team Rocket's Meowth. Yeah, shit like that. No, this is the very first base set that came out when Pokemon cards came out. And, like, the most expensive card is the Charizard. Out of 10, it goes for $175,000.
God damn it. And this is why I fucking regret, like, getting rid... Like, I didn't get rid of it, actually. Like, we lost it, dude. And all the moves that we had around here, San Antonio, I lost a binder that I had with a bunch of holos and old school first editions. I had a first edition Charizard, dude. Not a holo, but a first edition. And I hear that's worth quite the bit of money. One other thing that I kind of, like, keep on thinking to myself is who's pricing these things? You yourself that go to these shows and stuff, and you say that at a bunch of these shows, a bunch of dudes sit there selling Pokemon cards, and you see them like counting the money afterwards, and they made like bank.
Yeah, they made bank.
Yeah, like who the fuck prices these things?
It's the market. It goes off of like the websites and stuff.
Right, like sort of like a blue book for a car.
Yeah, pretty much. And the rarer, the more expensive, because especially these from 1999, and of course grade comes into play.
Yes.
Grade, just like comic book, your grade, low to high grade, just depends on that's how much you're gonna spend. I mean, that's how it is. That's the market.
Now, okay, so this person that bought them for that, let's say 360, because it was 359,000. So let's say 360. Let's round it off. Let's not fucking rack our brains here. For 360. The person that bought him for that price is what? Is he going to start getting, like, it's going to start valuing more as the time progresses, or?
If the market's still strong like it is now, then yeah, it'll definitely go up.
Damn, dude.
Especially these for being the first base set. Man, this is the first set of Pokemon cards that came out. The very first set.
Oh, okay.
So when Pokemon came out, the cartoon, this is when they got the cards out. And this is that first set. The first printies.
Yeah.
So it's fucking crazy.
So I guess you would say like it's as much as a competitive market as comics.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's a competitive market. It is.
Holy shit. Like, would you say... Because you've told me before there was that Action Man comic.
Action number one.
Yeah, whatever. How much did you say that was worth? Like $1,000?
$1 billion.
$1 billion? What the fuck?
Yeah. So, like, speaking of that, I saw a video, and it's involving Action Comics number one, which is the first Superman,
right? The
most expensive comic book. So I saw this interview, and it was a guy up in not Dubai, Pakistan. Dude has a vault, right? And he's just showing off pretty much how rich he is. Dude's filthy fucking rich.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking dude had like 20 Lambos and shit in a garage. But they went into his basement or whatever, and he had a vault. And like they're talking about cars and money because he obviously this dude's surrounded by nothing but money.
Yeah.
So like the interview's like, man, like, well, you got crazy cars. And he's like, oh, you want to see my most expensive car? He's like, check this out. He takes him to the vault and he opens it, and it's a graded Action Comics number one, I believe, like at a 7, which is high. Because remember, Action Comics came out like in the 40s.
I want to say anything above 5.1 is good.
Yeah. That's mid to high grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But especially in Action Comics number one, even if it was like a low grade, like a 1, And Action Comics, you're still gonna make over $1 million.
What the fuck,
yeah.
dude?
And like he opens it, he's like, "You want to see my most expensive car?" He opens it, and then he shows them Action Comics #1.
I'm pretty sure
they're like in like a shrine.
Okay, see, that's what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure he didn't grab it from like the box.
No,
here it is, gentlemen. Like,
it's just there. It's literally a vault, literally a fucking vault. Opens it, and there it is, a shrine just sticking out right there on a plateau. Action Comics on.
What the fuck, dude? That is crazy.
Crazy, man.
Like, I mean, I would expect, like, okay, so anybody could come, for example, come up and say, like, I'll give you 500 Bitcoins for that.
I wouldn't even fucking sell it.
Really? Really? Oh. You don't think that there's going to be some sort of, like, devalue on the fucking comic?
Not that one. That's Superman, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. I can see what you're saying.
It's Superman. Superhero of all superheroes, Superman.
Okay, I can see that. I can see where you're coming from. But I mean, like, still, dude, it's mind-boggling to even think that, like, something like that. And I'm not going to say it's a piece of paper because it was drawn by, like, very fucking talented artists and stuff like that. Because I feel like the quality of the art back then is a bit better than today's fucking art.
Because now it's just computers.
True. Well, okay. Yeah. So all on the tablet, basically.
Yeah, all the tablet drawings and shit like that.
And I guess it's because it's being drawn on, how can I put it? It's being mass printed. Mm-hmm. That's why I want to assume that it's not as valuable, not as good quality as back then.
Back in that day when they made...
And it's faster.
Yeah. Back in that day, paper, I mean, it wasn't even paper as good as it is now. It was like newspaper. Back in that day,
which I would prefer, in all honesty.
That shit, even that shit's more like, especially that old, having something that old to now, man, you're lucky it hasn't disintegrated.
There has to be some kind of pressure treatment or something.
Well, if you have one, you could take care of it carefully and it'll preserve. But if you're just leaving it hanging out, then it's gonna for sure just brittle over time.
Because I bought a comic box for like the little amount of comics that I have, but I remember you once gave me shit when I had them in a drawer. Mm-hmm. I pulled them out like, hey, this is where I have my comic and stuff, and like this is the one that you told me to buy.
Yeah,
and you're all like, I don't know if you should keep it in your cubby drawer.
Yeah,
that.
Like, get a fucking long box, a short box at least.
Yeah, you were all like, I would get a box, and I'm like, what's so special about the fucking box? Like, isn't it the same thing? It's out exposed to the elements.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between it being in a drawer and a box?
Yeah, it's because they stack up in a box. When you have them laying on each other, you're eventually like messing up the paper to where it'll warp over time.
Oh,
that's why they have comic boxes where they're just stacked next to each other because they're just standing up,
right,
instead of laying on each other.
Right. I should probably take care of that when I get home.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking of comics, there's this one I want to talk about. This has been out for a bit now, and it's a Harley Quinn.
Okay.
But it was such a big topic because a lot of people were like, what the fuck is this? Because apparently in the cover it shows Harley Quinn like farting or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was. But apparently it was such a big deal that they had gooners going crazy about like, oh my God, it's like I could smell the fart through the fucking, like they were so stoked about it. I just don't understand what was so special about it? Like, I guess the Gooners made it that special.
It's just probably the Gooners because they come up with, like, special shit like that every now and then, and, like, there might be a price for it at first, but over time, those type of books don't last long in the market. Sometimes they'll last, but they'll stay at the price they're at.
Yeah, well, here it is. Harley Quinn Fartacular.
Ugh.
Silent but being with 2 T's.
Okay.
Deadly.
Ass.
This comic reeks. Is this issue farts? It's artificial rub and smell farts.
So I'm smelling Harley Quinn's ass?
But you're smelling her fart.
Her ass, pretty much?
Yeah. No, yeah. It's fucking... it's her just farting and you can scratch and sniff the fart. I don't fucking get it. Like, if that has a price tag higher than $1, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm sure it does. It's probably like $5-10.
I mean, what's your basics? $5? Your basic comic?
Your basic like
run of the mill, like the Deadpools that I have.
Like $3.
$3.
$3. If they're shit, you'll be lucky to get $1 or $2. Yeah.
So 50-cent comics still exist.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they do. Not at comic stores. That's why you go to vendors and shit like me. I sell dollar comics.
But I mean, they're your basics. They're
your shit comics.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then there's keys like me. I go from 5, 10, 20, and then higher, just depending on what the market is.
Do you sell mystery boxes?
No, I don't do that stupid.
You don't do that.
It's a fucking crime against people to me.
A crime against collectors?
Yeah, like,
you think so?
No bullshit like that.
Like, here's a $10 mystery box, or you can get the $100. What's in there? Who knows? Is it a boat? It could be.
It could be a boat. I don't know. Is there a boat though? It could be. It's a mystery box.
The mystery box.
Okay, so there's no boat. That's the mystery.
That's the mystery. You just fell for the mystery.
You spend $100 on a mystery box that you got maybe $20 worth of profit.
You got the Harley Quinn Fartacular.
You got the Harley Quinn Fartacular. God damn, I love it. But besides that, why don't we get into, it's starting to become a segment for us, your Handyman Chronicles. Why don't you give us a little taste of what's been happening?
Oh, well, I mean, those 2 days that I say were interesting. It involves those 2 days. Let me continue a story from the previous episode where it involves a sweet little old lady.
Oh, really?
That
just happened to be Asian, by the way.
She was indeed, and
we're talking.
Yeah, absolutely. She came back with the vengeance.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
throwing stars weren't enough. She brought the namchucks.
No, she brought the fucking sigh out, my guy. No, she gave me a call talking about how she wants me to come over to talk. Yeah, and I told her why, and she goes, "'Cause I sue you."
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, wait a minute. You sue me. So you're going to sue me for what exactly? You no show my lawn mess.
Oh, no.
That's what was told to me, man.
Oh, shit.
So I told her no. And this is where I will admit my professionalism went out the window. And I said, you're the one that told me to go puck myself and puck me in the money and say, puck you.
Okay.
So, no, ma'am, I don't want your business. I don't want to deal with your BS. If you want me to talk to your lawyer, have him call my lawyer and we'll go from there. Because I do have 2 lawyers on standby for other reasons. For one of them being that he controls the, he looks after my LLC, so which is my company. That's why most of the time I ain't got no money because they're not cheap. But it's, I told her, like, you want to get in contact with the lawyer? You can contact my lawyer. And you hear it in her voice. You have lawyer?
You have lawyer?
Yeah. I'm like, yes. If you want to get in contact with them, I can gladly send you the info. Or I can tell him to get in contact with you and y'all can go from there. And she hung up.
Oh, shit.
So now I'm
put a death threat on you, my friend.
Yeah.
You have ninjas and shit in your sleep.
I'm gonna wake up to a ninja assassin with katana on my throat or something, dude. Or I'm gonna be ending up like that chick from Resident Evil 9 where she's on an upside down table, like wait.
Well, well, it was nice knowing you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll watch over your children.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Them as my own.
I'll take the boy. I'll teach him the ways of the herd. But that was one thing. Another thing that happened, which I want to say it's a piss off because, okay, I just did a job for you, my friend.
Yes, he did.
You are satisfied with what happened. Awesome. I am very happy. The way I talked to you afterwards, I told you I am going to talk to you like a client. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to communicate what's going on in your lawn. And I just went A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, and told you everything that needs to be done. So that's how I talk to all my clients. I am very professional about it. I let you know what's going on. I'm not always trying to make money, but at the same time, I offer my services. When I come up to a client's house, I always tell them, if it's going to be anything to do that has some danger to it, please, if there's children and or pets involved, please keep them inside or keep them, I guess, to the side. Or if they come out, please keep an eye on them. Well, the other day, I went and did a job with this person. I was doing some plumbing, so I was digging. I had a trencher.
Okay.
Trencher's a big-looking chainsaw thing, dude. So I was just right there going at it. They had a child. They had 2, actually. Nothing happened that I injured them or anything like that. I'm gonna say that.
I ain't trying to take my.
I ain't trying to protect my what? No, like, nothing happened that I injured them. What happened was, so when I was trenching and digging, one of their kid comes out and he's running around. And I remember I told them, please, if any children are present, be outside to keep an eye on them, or keep them inside, please, because this is dangerous work. They can get close to the trencher. It's not going to end well. If they get close to the trench, it's not going to end well. You're going to have a bad time. So basically, the kid came out and he was running around the yard. And I'm like, I should probably put up like my cones, my little traffic cones, just so he can see, like, don't come near here, little guy. They'll put some caution tape and all that. I did.
Okay.
And the kid kept on jumping over the tape. And I'm like, hey, buddy, can you not do that, please? Because this is really dangerous. And he's looking at me like, who the fuck are you, you know?
You're not my daddy.
You're not my daddy. So he keeps on doing that, I'm like, hey, buddy, please, because this is really dangerous. Look, if you touch this, it burns, you know? Like, and he's like looking at it, whoa, yeah. So stick close to mama, right? The mom wasn't even outside. The dad wasn't even outside. Out of nowhere. So they
really a dad though?
There was because he's one of the first people I talked to
for a cigarette to not come back, right?
Yeah, no.
That's just fine.
Yeah. So I fucking like started continuing my work, and then out of nowhere I just hear. I turn around and see that the kid has fallen down the steps to the house, and the mom just like mama bear comes through the door. My baby. She looks down at the kid. I'm over here working, and I'm walking up to see if he's okay. You know, show some courtesy. It's a child, man. You know, I'm like, is he okay? Is he okay? Were you not watching him? I'm like, I'm sorry. Were you not watching him? I'm like, ma'am, I am doing work over here, and I gave you a warning. Please keep children inside and away from the work area. It is dangerous work that I'm going to be performing. I am not a babysitter. You need to be keeping an eye on your kid. And she looks at me like if I just slapped her across the face, spat in her fucking mouth. And she goes like, well, my kid was outside, so that makes you liable, and so on and so forth. I'm like, what is up with all these fucking legal things that I'm getting, like, thrown at?
Wow.
Luckily, the husband came out. And I say luckily because he was on my side.
Okay.
Right off the bat. She picked up the kid. The kid, unfortunately, he had a scrape on his cheek because he had fallen off, and there's concrete at the bottom of the stairs. So he hit the concrete, it hurt pretty hard. I felt bad. So I'm right there like, is he okay? And she's like, oh, yeah, you want to watch? I'm like, well, ma'am. The guy comes out and he's like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, just yells at his chick, what the fuck were you doing? Huh? What the fuck were you doing? And he looks over to the living room because they had like glass wall, like a glass, like those big old windows. Mm-hmm. And she was watching fucking her Netflix, dude. Mm. She was just sitting in there watching Netflix. To which I want to assume.
She was flicking it.
She was flicking the bean. No, she was watching Netflix. And he goes like, really? This fucking bullshit again? He literally said again to his wife, and she goes like, but he's out here. He's like, he's not their daddy. He's not their mama. He is just working on our plumbing. Like, he went off on her.
Now get your ass in there.
Yes.
Bake me a cake, and you sucking some mad dick tonight.
We going anal. No, like, he just tells her, like, bring him inside. I'm not going to say any names. He said the name of the child, but he's like, I'm going to call him Billy.
Say Theodore.
The Alvin. He said, bring Billy inside right fucking now, and you are going to sit there and look after him. How many times have I fucking told you? And then bam, you just hear the fucking door shut. And I'm right there standing like, good game. I just went back to work, dude. I was just like, wow, I can't believe she came out, got pissed at me.
You should have pulled out a next Friday.
Well,
remember where that the son gets pepper sprayed? He's on the floor all like, oh. You should have got the water hose and start spraying the kid. That's too much water. That's too much water. No, it ain't. It's like 5-10 minutes. You'll be all right. 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes. It ain't enough.
It ain't enough. You know, with the water hose. It's too much water. No, it ain't.
Oh, fuck, dude. It was just crazy. Like, the audacity, my guy. The audacity.
Damn.
It was just, like, I literally, like, when I was working in my head, I was just like, can't believe this bitch told me, like, why wasn't I watching him? Am I fucking her and he's my son automatically? Like, what the fuck?
I ain't paying. I should have taken care of it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And I remember, like, as soon as I was done with the job, because it was a simple cut and swap, and the guy comes out when I'm starting to, like, dig it back up, to put the soil back in. He comes out, he goes, "You finishing up, man?" "Yeah." Here, man, I'm really sorry. Here's your money, and here's a little extra for for the inconvenience. I'm like, "Hey, nah, man, it's cool. You don't have to do this." He's like, No. You said you accept tips, right?" I'm like, well, yeah, tips are not necessary, but greatly appreciated, like I always say. And he goes, "Nah, here's your tip, brother. Because, I mean, you didn't have to go through all that. That was bullshit. And trust me, she's going to get an earful later on when you leave." I'm like, oh, fuck, am I going to witness some kind of, like, domestic...
I was going to be like, you know what, just for shits and giggles, my friend, you could fuck my wife.
Fuck. No.
You're a handyman, right?
It's like a friend.
What handyman do?
It's like a friend of mine said, and if you ever hear this, you know who you are. You don't stick your dick in crazy.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah.
But are all women crazy? Sorry, fellow ladies.
Fellow bisonettes.
Bisonettes?
I mean, I don't know. I've met a couple non-crazy ones, but there's something there.
Oh, yeah, there's always something there.
Something there. But, yeah, no, dude, like...
That's why when I fuck my women, I always watch their hands.
Where they at? Where they
shooting? Oh, yeah, over there. Oh, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Where's there barbed wire in the bed? Hey.
But, yeah, no, that was one of the crazy things that happened to me this week, apart from... God damn it, I keep on thinking, like, God, how many fucking legal troubles am I going to almost be in? Because I haven't heard anything from a lawyer. He would have, like, the reason I have both of them is to be on subpoena watch.
Okay.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
One's for other reasons and the other one's for business reasons. So...
it's not for ICE, just in case they come up?
Yeah, no, I'm legal.
Manuel Gonzalez? Am I saying that right? Gonzalez?
Next door.
Next door. Oh, you're talking about Gonzalez? Oh, that's next door.
Oh, that's the guy down the street. And try to come in here, I'll release the alligator.
Well, I have a little story, too, to actually throw into the Handyman Chronicles.
Oh, do tell, my friend.
So, last week I was supposed to see my dear old grandmother, bless her heart. Sweet lady, by the way. I was supposed to saw AC compressor because her AC went out.
Oh.
But she got sick, you know. So this week, which was actually today, I went and took care of it. And remember, I was just told, because my grandma, I guess, has a handyman of herself, her own handyman.
Uh-huh.
And he said it was the AC compressor. It was leaking out.
Yeah.
So I went, did it all. I started at 9. I finished at 3. And I know how to charge systems. And if you don't know what that means I had Freon. Charging the system. So I did all that and stuff, but it still wasn't blowing code. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And like I did it again. And granted, this came from my wallet. Love you, Grandma, but still, like, goddamn, like, making me spend my money. But anyways.
That's a couple hundreds, isn't it?
For, a good couple hundreds. So I went back to the auto zone, as they say, the zone of auto. And I went and bought more Freon because I was like, this makes no sense. It should have, and the line's freezing up and everything, but then it stops. And I know, and the AC compressor's turning, which means it's activating.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't blowing code. Turns to find out there was a leak, but it was a hose. It wasn't the AC compressor. So, granted, my dear grandma, which granted, she doesn't go out much anymore, but it's usually to go to Walmart and stuff, you know, maybe get a little side piece. I know she's a lonely woman.
Yeah, I know.
But I just told her you're going to have to take it to a shop. Just tell me how much they charge you. Tell them to charge your system and replace that line, and I'll just tell me how much, and I'll give you the money.
Yeah.
So that's my Handyman Chronicles for me, because I was pissed.
Absolutely.
Because I started at 9, ended at 3 for it not to work.
Well, okay. So, I mean, now she has a new AC compressor.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to replace. Now the line itself, you would need a certified person to do that. I mean, you technically need a certified person to do the whole charge up, but
I am certified.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You are. But I mean, in the aspects of, like, if you take it to a mechanic, you charge it up and it comes out bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I want to assume. Wait, you didn't get an injector? You didn't get those little injectors that cover up the?
Yeah.
And it still didn't cover up?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a bad line. It's cracked. So it's just leaking the Freon out.
God damn. And that causes damage, too, if you didn't get it repaired quick enough.
Yeah.
Dang.
So poor grandma has to wait till tomorrow to take it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's Sunday. You can't go anywhere.
And then in this heat.
Yeah, in this heat.
Yikes.
It's ridiculous.
Yikes. I mean, she can call that handyman of hers to, like, help her tow it.
Yeah, he can. But I think he's just a basic Mexican. He doesn't really have much.
Well, I'm a basic Mexican.
Oh, but you got some things. You got a lot more.
I do.
She uses his. I mean, he uses hers.
No way.
Yeah, he uses her equipment.
I hope she's getting a discount.
Oh yeah, she gets that. I asked her how much he charges, and it's fair.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Okay, cool.
It's fair.
I mean, yeah, no, because I mean, like, for example, with me, dude, I have so many clients that will tell me, "Hey, man, if you need a tool, I got you," and I'm like, "Well, hey, here's the thing, my guy. If that happens, I will reduce it. I will reduce your what I charge you because I'm using something that's yours. Of course, for me, having to use somebody's things is not something that I want to do because God forbid, I do something stupid, I break the tool. Guess what? That's coming out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I might as well just have bought myself that tool that I broke. You know, because there's times that, like, they'll be like, "Hey, I see you don't have a chainsaw and you're using an axe." I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's
I'll calm down, lumberjack."
Well, dude, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, well, let me finish this, and then I'll tell you what. Most of the things that I am using now belongs to my dad. Okay. God rest his soul. They belong to my dad. Even after death, my dad is still helping me out, my guy.
That's good.
That lawnmower was his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a Craftsman.
Ooh,
Craftsman. Something that they don't make anymore, dude. So it's a good fucking thing. It's how long does it have left? I don't know. I'm trying to maintain it. You know, part of my dad that I still have with me. There's other tools like this. The big ass grinders that they used to cut massive pipes. That was my dad's. It's still hitting hard, but it's the thing about my dad's tools is that they're all corded.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like the shit that I have nowadays that's battery powered and so on and so forth, which a lot of people tell me, like, "Nah, man, it's better to have corded." I'm like, yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no, because, I mean, the balls on it are going to be a little different, but, I mean, the length of how long you can use it for, it's way different.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I don't like using other people's tools, but when I do, I make sure, like, if they tell me, like, hey, man, let's say I don't have a blower, you can use my blower. Just take care of it.
Yeah.
Sure. But let me reduce a couple of bucks from your bill, you know, because, I mean, I'm using their shit. That's what I do. That is my way of, like, conducting business.
Okay.
And even now, dude, I'm already charging people, like, cheap, dude. I'm a dirt price giver and shit like that, you know. I try to work with people because I know everybody's situation, dude. Everybody's trying to make money, trying to be better in life and stuff like that.
Well, not everybody, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other people don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, man, like, I mean, I understand everybody's situation. So I always try to give the best price, something that they can be happy with and I can go happy with making, you know, for the day.
Get you.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good, man. You're helping the community. I like that. I like that.
It's what I try to do.
Wait till you come across the racists, though.
Do I have some stories about that? But I'll leave them for another podcast.
So I'll save that.
We'll save that one for another podcast because, God, dude, I tell you what.
Oh, speaking of that, I tell you what. So I guess we have a RIP segment or a farewell is what I'm going to start calling them. Mm-hmm. Farewell segment. Mm-hmm. And farewell goes to Jonathan Joss.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, and we talked about it last time, Speak of the Devil, we lost another voice actor, another legend, John Redcorn.
He was John Redcorn. Are you healing magic for Nancy Dribble?
For Nancy Dribble. But sadly, yes, the voice actor for John Redcorn has passed. And here in our own town, as a matter of fact, that was the crazy part. I didn't know he was here. Yeah, San Antonio native.
Yeah.
Shot, right?
That's what, allegedly, that's what I heard. I'm not going to say allegedly. That's what I saw. That's what, like, he was shot in his own house after apparently, like, had burned down or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. He went through a lot of shit.
He went through a lot of shit.
You think when they shot him, they scalped him?
Shut the fuck up.
That'd be some hardcore shit, right?
Okay, I thought you were serious. No,
I'm saying you think they did.
Dude, I was about to say, goddamn, bro. That at that point, I'd be like, yeah, no, they're calling it a hate crime. That was a hate crime.
Because it was a white guy, right? From what I saw, it looked like a white guy.
I'm not too sure. Like, the picture that I saw didn't really get to analyze the person.
Oh, well, he looked like a white guy to me.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's crazy what happened. My condolences goes to his husband and all that stuff. You know, like, hey, he was a legend. Hope he's resting well. I mean, that's crazy, man. I've again, my condolences.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's 4, I believe. Because voice actress for Luann, she's passed.
Huh?
Yeah, she passed years ago. Yeah, she's passed away a long time. I forgot her name, but she's passed away a long time ago, in 09 or 10.
God damn.
Yeah, and then Dale Gribble.
Dale, yeah. Dale.
And I'm forgetting one other person. Somebody else passed away, too, from that show. I can't fucking remember, though. Damn, it's kicking me in the ass. I know there's 4.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any. I can't think of like anybody else that died. I know a character died. Cotton.
Oh yeah, but that don't count.
That don't count.
Talk about actual people.
The voice actor for Cotton is taking over Dale.
Yeah,
he's taking.
Saw that.
He's taking over Dale. So I mean, good, I guess.
Good, I guess.
Instead of killing off the character, I want to assume that the John Redcorn's character is going to either get replaced by somebody else or.
I would assume, or he already did his voice acting.
Well, the voice actor for Dale did I think 4 episodes before he passed, and then the voice actor for Cotton's taking over. So I mean, that's gonna be kind of like a. We'll see if there's a difference, like a major difference.
Oh yeah, we're gonna tell.
You think so?
Oh yeah, we're gonna tell.
After episode 4, we're gonna be like, we can see it.
This is shit.
This is
bullshit.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was the voice of Dale that made him Dale. I think it was the shit that he would say.
Oh, yeah.
The shit that he would say is what kind of got me. Like when they took a picture of that football player that punched Hank, and they took a picture and he's like, Dale, put this in your bowl. And he's like, a squirrel style. Bucket sand.
Bucket sand.
My name is Rusty Shackleford.
Rusty Shackleford.
Like, it's the shit that he would say that you're all like, okay, this guy's fucking hilarious.
The one thing I always see, and one thing I think it is, like, it's one of those conspiracy theories when it comes to Dale, is that Dale always knew that John Redcorn was fucking Nancy, and that he got, to him, it backfired because he to him, it was, I'm going to raise your son as my own.
Yeah. You think so?
I think so, because there's been moments where it's like, it's too obvious. Yeah.
I don't know, man, because, I mean, throughout the whole fucking... He even helps him out, regain some land or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
does.
Yeah. So, I mean, when he asked him, like, John Redcorn, will you heal my wife? Or like, and John Redcorn's like, no, we can't do this anymore.
Man, that's crazy. Man, it's a mind fuck. But that's just another topic
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other episode, which we sure will touch again.
Yeah, we don't have the time right now, so to say.
So tell me, what is this truck stop lady I see up on the board?
Okay, so this is from a series of stories that I want to mention, because this one happened a while back, but not a lot of people know about it because it was kind of covered up. Now, what happened is that this truck stop lady, her job.
Okay, well, first off, you're gonna say why she's a truck stop lady? Because to me, I'm thinking a lot lizard.
No. Okay, so here's I can see where you're coming from, but no. So what had happened is back in 2018 in Mexico, a lady worked at a gas station expecting semi-trucks. She saw a truck that was a bit open and thought it might have been a semi-truck. When she was about to open it, she saw many kids' body parts.
Oh, I heard of this, actually.
Chopped off and covered with blood. She went crying so hard, and reported to the police of what happened. Now, there's video of this lady, how she's freaking out, and she's just bawling, dude. She is, like, hysterical, which is, dude, understandable. She just saw mutilated corpse of children.
Yeah.
So basically, a couple of days later, after she found the truck, she was found in a suitcase, dismembered, and had a letter saying, "This is what you get for being a snitch."
Damn.
So they chopped her body up for her finding that truck and then going to the authorities talking about it.
Damn, but who's they? The government? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so they all brought it back to the cartels. So what they're thinking is that it was a, I guess organ, I guess trafficking or something like that. Because that's one of the things that is major. Children's organs are very sought after. And people will pay top dollar, because sometimes there's kids that unfortunately have to go through something.
Yeah, they need replacement.
They need to replace heart, replace lung, kidney, whatever. And basically, it's a big market. So I guess that's what she stumbled upon. She stumbled upon that. Or she stumbled upon a disposal truck, something that was going to get thrown away. Maybe the guy was going to just like park that truck. Somebody was going to toss a freaking C4 or Molotov and burn the fucking thing, and just going to call it like, a freak accident or something like that.
Yeah.
But nobody knows. Nobody really knows what happens. They're saying it was the cartels. They're saying maybe some gang members, whatever. But they later found her out like she was in a suitcase just ripped to pieces.
Damn, dude, that's the way to go.
Yeah, shit. Tell me about it. I mean, speaking of butchered parts.
Oh God, here we go.
Here comes another story, my guy. You remember that Mexia supermarket story that I told you? Well, it wasn't the only place that like something like that happened.
Okay.
There's this it's called the Bavarian Meats Abandonment, a rotting butcher shop in North Bay.
Okay.
In North Bay, Ontario, the former Bavarian Meats butcher shop at I'm not going to say the name of the place, became a public nuisance after its closure in 2021. So this wasn't too long ago. The building was left with rotten meat inside, causing a foul odor and attracting flies, which disturbed nearby residents.
Wait, can I stop you real quick?
Go ahead.
I think you've talked about this already.
Well, this is it's the same as the Mexia. The Mexia was that supermarket that closed down.
Yeah.
And they left all the shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
it's a different one.
It's a different place.
Just want to say.
No, it's a different place.
But similar.
But similar in the aspects that it was just a butcher shop. So there was carcasses in there.
Yeah.
There was carcasses in there. The building was left with rotten meat inside, causing a foul odor and attracting flies. The city's bylaw enforcement issued a compliance order under the Clean Yards bylaw, but the property owner failed to act, leading the city to remove bins of decaying meat from the exterior in June 2022.
Man, I can't imagine what that fucking smells like, dude.
I don't even want to know, dude. But here's the thing. Despite the exterior cleanup, the interior remained untouched due to legal constraints as the city lacked authority to enter the building without a clear public health hazard. The North Bay Perry Sound District Health Unit acknowledged the issue, but stated that the odor, while unpleasant, did not constitute a health hazard under current regulations. So basically, people living around this place were smelling that shit. But since the government was like, it's not a health hazard.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, put up some fucking Febreze or something like that.
Yeah, put some Febreze.
The property, now owned by a numbered company based in Ontario, is listed for sale at $1.55 million, or whatever currency they use. The situation has highlighted gaps in municipal regulations when dealing with abandoned properties that pose environmental and community concerns. To this day, the place is untouched.
Fuck that, dude.
So, I mean, I want to assume there's been some cleaning done because, I mean, I'm pretty sure with enough people fucking saying like, hey, this place fucking stinks. Do something about it. We're gonna cause some shit. I'm pretty sure the company's like, you know what? We'll do something about it. Keep the people fucking like happy. Yeah, keep them at bay. Yeah, but that's another story that I found. Oh my god, I'm gonna piggyback.
Okay.
With this next story, I'm gonna piggyback off a story that you've mentioned before.
Okay.
Which with the gentleman that took Viagra on his dates, right? All right. Well, this happened kind of recently in Miami.
Okay. Oh, Miami.
A man discovers a woman that he took back to his hotel is a man and loses it.
Oh, no. What does he mean by loses it?
Well, here's the thing. What had happened is when the man took her back, he realized, holy shit, there's something between this woman's thighs.
Yeah, I don't something wiggling down there.
There's something wiggling out there.
It's not just my fingers.
Yeah, and it's longer than mine.
Shit.
But what had happened was, according to the story, allegedly, can't really say something concrete for now, is that he told the woman making quotations, to get out.
Okay.
To get out. And apparently there was some struggle. There was some struggle being had in there to where the woman leaves the place and starts yelling, "Help, help."
Oh, shit.
He's trying to kill me.
Oh, no.
The woman accuses him of squeezing her neck and holding her there, not letting her leave, which does not go with what the guy said. The guy said that I told her to get the fuck out. I'm not interested in her. So what the fuck? But apparently these people met up at a nightclub.
Okay.
Called 11 Miami nightclub.
Oh God.
From there they went back to his apartment to do the deed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he found out all this shit happened, the man was facing battery and false imprisonment charges.
Oh shit.
To where when they started investigating, started getting stories from both sides, talking to the people, the false imprisonment got thrown out the window. The judge said, like, nah, there's no probable cause on the false imprisonment, so that's going out the window. But he still got locked up for a month under battery, where his bond was $1,000.
Fuck.
So eventually, after a month, the charges were dropped. After a month of fucking like investigations and, you know, getting stories, shit didn't add up. Who's telling the truth and so on? The guy gets out. He gets out.
Okay.
But after a fucking month, dude.
Damn, dude.
That
sucks.
Can you fucking believe that shit? After a month, after you had the fucking surprise of like, hey baby, let me go down on you. No, something pops up.
That has to be some. I've never been in that situation. Thank God I never have, and hopefully I never will. But there has to be some type of like, one thing to find out he's a guy, but then to find out his dick's bigger than yours. It's like an extra fucking stab to the heart.
For real, dude.
Like, man, God, I can't even fucking imagine what, like, and then to be locked up for a month. God, dude. Oh, man, that would suck so much.
For you being the one that's just,
yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
That's why I don't talk to chicks that try talking to me on the street. They're like, what's up, cutie? You want to, like, ride this ass? I'm like, get away from me.
Hey, what's up, girl? What's your name?
Get away.
Rachel.
Rachel?
Fuck. Your voice is deeper than mine. But, yeah. That's something that happened not too long ago, my guy.
Man, that's fucking intense. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I mean, the best thing to do would be walk away.
Well, that's a good question I have to ask. Titties or ass?
Titties are my guy. My guy, is that going to be our verses?
Probably.
Okay. I don't know, my guy. Like, I mean, a good cushion for the pushing is always great.
That's a fat chicks.
But, I mean, not all the time. So there's some girls out there like, God damn, those goth Latinas.
Oh, you and your goth Latinas. Yeah. No.
That's how I motorboat. I do like the cushion for the pushing, but at the same time, I do like a good pair of cherries. Good pair of
cherries. That's what you call them.
Good pair of cherries. Yeah, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say so. Titties.
Titties. You're a titties man.
I'm a titties man. Yeah.
Booty guy. Booty guy. Yeah.
You like the cake.
I love the cake. That's why I despise my girlfriend, because she's more tits than ass. I despise her every time. She's like, you want to fuck? Not today.
Not today.
Unless you're gonna grow an ass back there.
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Sometimes. No.
But wow, okay. And you're gonna say that you're an ass man?
Oh, I'm an ass man for sure.
Interesting. So to our listeners, what would y'all say?
I know, right? What would y'all say? I'm curious to know my listeners a little bit more. Yeah, what would you say?
Let's get to know our
if you could say it, without your significant other seeing what you write. But what? You're an ass man. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Divorce.
Taking you off from what you got.
Ain't that some shit, man? Fuck. Mm-hmm. Ain't that some shit? You get married and fucking get half your shit taken?
It happens to the best of us. It happened to me, but it's all right though. Because in the end,
you're thriving.
They say I'm thriving, but I'm just like, I'm living.
Motherfucker, you got a Camaro and your shit right here.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. But okay, so I wanted to talk about this. Now, there's not that much on it because it just happened, so there hasn't, the trial and stuff hasn't been done.
Right.
But so there was a guy went to a convenience store, had a dispute with the counter lady. I'm gonna pull it up right now because there's not that much info on it just yet. Maryland man shot a store clerk over a bottle of iced tea.
What the fuck?
Over iced tea. Can you imagine? That man really wanted some tea.
Yeah, he wanted his iced tea.
Yeah.
Ever heard of fucking Arizona iced tea?
Yeah, Arizona iced tea. 99
cents, my guy.
Dude, you know, I used to love that shit when I was a kid, but now I can't drink that shit.
Really?
Nah, man, it tastes funky.
I think it's depending on what flavor.
Oh, I always used to get the same one, the regular or the green tea.
The green tea with the ginseng?
Yeah, with the ginseng?
Ginseng.
Which is probably not ginseng, it's just chemicals.
Probably, most likely. Isn't ginseng supposed to be good for you or something like that?
Yeah, but my point is it's more than likely not ginseng. Yeah, it's just flavored ginseng. It's like a flavored, what do they call it? Sweetener.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than likely.
Some insecticide.
But back onto the story. So anyways, man wanted his tea, right?
Yeah.
So police chased him, right?
Yeah.
Chased him to his home. And this is where it gets more interesting. Remember, he just shot somebody for some tea. All right?
Okay.
So chased him back home to find out he had a girlfriend that was pregnant, dead, rotting in his house.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dead, pregnant girlfriend.
This shit went from freaking oh shit to he fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up big time.
Yeah.
Dude, like, can you imagine? Like, my God. That's fucking ridiculous. Like,
I don't even know what to think. Like, for real, my guy. Like, he had a girlfriend at home. So he basically committed murder, manslaughter with the kid in the stomach, and then murder again at the convenience store.
Yeah, murder again at the convenience store. But the thing is, her body was dead already for weeks. She was rotting.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so he just shot this store clerk. Police chased him down to his place, found the dead body, and then when they examined it, it turns out she's been dead for weeks. Pregnant.
Fuck, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, you know, man, we have our needs. You know, we have needs. So, you know, maybe it was just, you know, just a little backup plan. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what, a bad dragon toy?
But, man, it's crazy. Like, I read this and I was just like, man, how do you go from that to this?
For real, dude. Like, from bad to worse.
To bad to fuck. You're fucked, my man.
Well, I mean, what if he did it on purpose? What if he shot that store clerk expecting, like, the cops...
Because he wanted to get caught?
Because he wanted to get...
Because he could have turned himself in?
Yeah. Sort of like he probably started feeling guilt for killing...
He's like, why not add on to it? Why not add more gasoline to the flame?
I deserve to be locked up for life. Well, I mean, with the murder of his girlfriend, I think that would have been enough.
Well, what is it murdered if she's pregnant?
What do you mean?
Because the girlfriend was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like,
what is
so
it
that's
considered?
What?
Like, what it's considered? Like, because of the...
Yeah. Is it still just...
I think it's considered, like, manslaughter or something like that.
Wow.
Because, I mean, the kid in the stomach dies by default. Doesn't have his nutrients anymore.
But what I'm trying to say is it like...
It's worse.
Well, oh, yeah, it gets worse. But what I'm trying to say is, does it count as, like, 3 dead people now? Well, I don't know if it didn't say that the lady who got shot died. Maybe she did because it's still not done yet. They're still doing this whole trial shit.
That is true. The article doesn't say that she
died. It did say she got shot.
Okay. But usually they fucking put down, like, she was badly wounded.
Yeah. So maybe she did die.
Yeah, so that's...
Or maybe she's going to die.
Or she...
Fighting for her life.
Yeah, fighting for her life. Because, I mean, I've heard of, like, situations where, like, somebody gets shot one day and then 3 days later, that's when they die. So, I mean... Who knows? I mean, I hope if she is still fighting for her life, I hope she makes it through, my guy, because goddamn, dude, being a convenience store clerk, dude.
I used to be a convenience store clerk for Valero. I used to do graveyards, and I got held up once.
Really?
Yeah, I never told you this?
No.
So...
Well, you told me the only thing which I thought is kind of stupid, but at the same time, it's like looking out for their employees is like, if somebody's doing a beer run, you can't stop them.
Yeah, you can't stop them.
You just...
Even if they rob you, you got to give them what they want.
So, like, there's no button, no panic button, nothing like that?
Not where I worked.
Oh, shit.
Not where I
What
worked.
the fuck, Valero?
Yeah.
So what is their protocol? You get held up, let them take whatever, and call the cops?
Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty much it. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So my story was I was 18, 19, just fresh out of high school because I started doing graveyard shifts.
Yeah.
And I got held up. It was like 3, 4 in the morning, maybe late or early if you want to consider it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So guy came in with a shotgun, held me up, said, "Give me everything in the register," which was only like $30 because the one thing about Valero is like you can't have over $50
inside the register.
Yeah, you got to throw it in a safe, which I can't open.
Yeah.
Once it's in there. So guy held me up, took the fucking the money, took 3 cases, I believe, if I remember, Budweiser, and then he's like, "I need carton cigarettes." So I had to go in the back, open where the manager, because the manager's office kept the cartons.
Yeah.
I fucking walked away with 2 Marlboro Red boxes.
Cartons, yeah.
Yeah, cartons.
Yeah.
The cartons.
Oh,
and like, yeah, that was pretty much it.
Fuck, man. And like, did he follow you to the back or?
Yeah, he followed me with the shotgun.
Holy fuck.
I never told you that?
Nah.
I rarely tell anybody ever, really.
Yeah.
It's usually like a topic that comes up.
Like now?
Yeah, like now.
After all these fucking years?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And there was another time. So granted, nothing happened, but I remember I was still working at Valero, but it was a different Valero, and I was on graveyards. I was in the day crew.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working, and there was another guy next to me, another clerk. So a guy came in with a brown paper bag. He put it on the register, and the outline of it, because he had a gun. Well, it looked like he had a gun.
Uh-huh.
He had a gun in the paper bag because he puts it down and in front of the clerk next to me, not me, but I could see. And like he puts it down, and there's an outline of a gun in the brown paper bag.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know what this is?" to the clerk, and the clerk's all, I think I know what it is. And like he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have," and like the thing is, like, I don't know what the dude was trolling. That's why I said it wasn't really a hold up.
Yeah.
So the guy was like, "You know what this is?" He's like, "Well, I think I know what it is." And like, he's like, "Well, I'm gonna use it." And like the clerk guy was an older guy, and like he was a funny guy, so I don't know if it was a prank or anything, but he was like, "Nah, you're not gonna use it. You're not gonna use it."
Oh,
and like, and then the guy was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna just come back later." And like, the other guy was like, "All right, come back later." So he took the bag and just left.
Oh God! Yes.
He never came back.
He called the bluff.
Yeah, he called the bluff.
To the old guy. He called the fucking bluff, dude.
Yeah,
he called it. Okay, I'll give it to him, dude. I mean, it's one of the things. Like, I will always say this. When it comes to a situation like that, like, you know how last episode, I talked about the sucker punch and now fighting, and I said to myself, if I see a knife, I'm running. I don't give a fuck. Unless I'm protecting someone's life.
Of course.
Which, run, and I'll do my best to hold this fucker off. If I get stabbed, well, then I did my hero-ly, I guess you can say, duties. But when it comes to a gun, I've always been the type that says, I will never go down without a fight.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to those situations, dude, and there's other people involved, it's better to just fucking say, all right, what do you want?
Yeah.
Take my wallet, take my phone, whatever the fuck you want, dude.
You want my wife? Take my wife.
Take my wife. But I don't want her. Take it.
Take her. Goddamn, just help me out. You're taking everything. Take her.
Take her. Do me the song.
Take the kids, too. Get them out of here.
So, I don't give a damn. But, I mean, that's what it's always been told, dude. Like, I mean, don't put other people in danger.
Of course.
You know? So, I mean, kudos to you for handling that very well, dude. And then kudos to the other guy for fucking calling the bluff and saying, like, you're not going to do shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That's why I still don't know if it was a joke.
Yeah. Like a prank. Like,
yeah, like
he
a
was
prank.
part of it.
Yeah, he was part of it. Because I was just there, standing there like, what the fuck?
Like, what was, like, okay, well, let me ask you this. What was going through your mind when you saw that?
Which one?
The gun. When you saw not the shotgun, when you saw the guy put that, you know what this is? It's a gun. Did you go along with your buddy, or did you just like, I'm going to stay over here?
I was staying there, but I could hear, because he was right next to me in the register.
Yeah, the next register.
Yeah, I was just quiet, and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, because, I mean, a lot of people have different reactions, dude. There's dudes that will try to wrestle the gun out of the person's hand.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's people that will, like, you know, try to be a hero. I've heard of people getting fired for being the hero.
Yeah, they can. That was their policy. If you fucked with the people who were like robbing,
even if you saved,
yeah, they fire you.
I mean, I would be pretty pissed about that. But you know what? You wouldn't want to work for a company that does.
Yeah, you don't. But there was another time, since we're talking about holdups and stuff, there was another time I got robbed, but it was one of those like clever robs, like, and it wasn't a holdup.
Yeah.
So it was back at that Valero where I was doing graveyards.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I think it was like 1, 2 in the morning, maybe a little bit sooner, but it was already like my shift.
Yeah.
Like it's late.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I was there at the register, and then these two, and this is how they got me. It was two fine women they went to the ATM. So I was like kind of, checking them out, being a man, young man too at that. I was like maybe 20, 19 years old. Yeah. So, I had all that testosterone still filling up. The porn wasn't doing it that much. Check it out. Oh God, boobies. But,
nice.
They're at the ATM, and the whole time they were there for a while, but laughing, giggling and shit. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. They were there for like maybe almost 10 minutes. But they finally left, right?
Yeah.
Didn't think of nothing. So next day I came in, my manager was like, hey, you got robbed last night. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I'll show you the cameras. So what happened was, those two women that I was paying attention to, they were a front. Because they came with a guy in a truck.
Yeah.
Dude stole like 12 bags of ice.
From the machine outside.
Yeah, from the machine outside.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so...
That's pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah, so like I got robbed cleverly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll give them the props for that. Like,
yeah, and then that's when they finally left, and then...
But here's the thing, what I've noticed when it comes to gas stations, anybody can take off with a bunch of bags, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
That it's outside, it's not locked.
Nope.
So even if those chicks weren't in there, would you have noticed?
Yeah, because then I would have been like, oh, who's outside?
So you hear when somebody opens the door or something?
Yeah. Yeah. My register was right by the door. But so like the ATM was on the other side.
Yeah.
So my attention was over there.
Yeah.
And then the dude in the truck fucking robbed the ice. Took like 12 bags.
Fuck, dude. The fuck would you need so much ice for?
That's a party, dude. It was like I said, like it's not too late, but around that time, like 12, 1 in the morning.
Dude, okay, you mentioned a party, dude. And I always remember these parties that we used to fucking go to.
Goddamn.
But
I hate remembering them.
Dude, I mean, can you really... I always think to myself, how the fuck are we still alive, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Through the shit that, like, I don't condone any of it. Like, you know, because nowadays this shit's different. But I still remember this one party, and I don't know, I can't remember. That's how crazy it got, if you were there. But we were in the backyard, and I remember it started getting raided. So the first thing that we fucking did was run to the back gate.
Yeah.
Because that's where our buddy was parked.
Yeah. And
I remember just fucking bulldozing through the fucking planes. Just all I heard from behind me, Isaac was there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he remembers it. And all I heard was like, hell yeah, man, yo. After I bulldozed through, because my adrenaline got high.
Yeah.
It got high, dude. But then I remembered, wait a minute, we're 21. We can drink. What the fuck are we running from? So granted, we didn't know if there was any underage people there. But at the same time, dude, like we saw cops, we saw lights, and the backyard was pretty big. It was out there in the fucking ranches and shit. But it came to me when we got to our buddy's truck that we were like, yo, we're 21. Why the fuck are we running? And we all stopped. Like we were gonna buckle up. We're like, hey, wait a minute. Wait a second. We are 21 and we can drink. So why are we running? I remember we went back. Everybody was getting taken out, and we're just standing there. We went and grabbed some more beer, and we just standing by the ice chests. The party was dead. There was only maybe a couple of stragglers that were 21 also that were just like, so what do we do? I don't know. Turn the music back on.
Turn the music back on.
We literally went up to the DJ booth and turned the music back on.
Fucking cops come in. It was like, there's a party.
Well, the cops went to the back, and like they're all like, y'all the owners? No, we got invited to this party. Y'all got some ID? Yeah, we all showed them our IDs. They're all like, okay, keep it down.
I'll keep it down.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
they were sheriffs actually. Now that I think about it, they weren't SAPD. They were sheriffs, and they're bigger. I mean, not to dog on sheriffs, but they're
assholes.
They're bigger assholes than the SAPD themselves. It depends on who you get, right? But my encounters, sheriffs are more hard asses.
Yeah, they are.
SAPD. So
because they're fucking all the chicks.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But at the same time, like, they just, like, looked at us. They're like, all right, well, this place is getting shut down, so grab your shit, leave. Okay, cool. We took the ice chest.
Yeah.
It wasn't ours. We took it.
Well, that reminds me of a party, like, sidetrack, but you were there. Because I remember so years ago, I got it. Well, I used to be married, so anybody didn't know. I used to be married at one point in my life. My ex-wife got invited to a party at an apartment. It was over, you know what I'm going to tell you. So, like, I invited Manuel, and this was after high school. I want to say maybe we were 23, 24, around that.
Younger? We were, like, in our 20s.
Yeah, we were in our 20s. Yeah, we're in our 20s for sure. So we went to this apartment, cool party, beer, blah, blah, blah. But out of nowhere, there was some commotion about one of the guys there. Like, he was one of those that already had too much he could handle.
Yeah.
So, you know, some guys, they get a little of that liquid courage. So I guess he started, like, fighting somebody.
It was his chick.
Yeah, it was his chick. He was arguing with his chick or some shit.
Yeah.
But then another guy told him to calm down or something, and then he punched him.
Yeah, because you don't tell a drunk guy to...
Yeah, you don't tell a drunk guy to calm down. You just give him more liquor.
Yeah. Then you trick him into calming down.
But
anyways, continue.
But yeah, so what turned into like a fight turned into like not going to say a massacre, but...
It turned into a full-blown brawl.
Yeah, but they took the guy to, I guess, the main bedroom, and everybody was kicking this dude's ass.
Well, okay, so this is what I remember, because the guy, I remember he had gone out to the balcony and he was yelling at some people that were leaving.
Uh-huh.
And then when he tried to come back in, he crashed into the glass door, just like straight up. I don't know if you're...
Yeah, I remember that.
And you were cracking.
Yeah, I was cracking up there.
Cracking up. But remember, I don't know if it was your ex-wife,
yeah,
or her friend that just like opened the sliding door. You okay? Yeah, I'm fucking fine. And he just walks into the bedroom.
There you go, yeah.
His chick walks in there with him. The chick's friend walks in there. Your ex-wife walked in there, and then she came out later that, like, they're all on top of him.
Yeah.
And then when we go check, the guy's chick was holding him down, and he bites her.
Jeez.
So when he bites her, she's like, oh, motherfucker. And she just like, boom, 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 starts beating the shit out of him to where he swings, hits the friend.
Yeah.
Then the friend starts beating the shit out of him. And then because he hit the friend, the friend's boyfriend comes in and starts beating the shit out of him.
So it turned into like literally everybody there besides me, Manuel, and my ex-wife.
And your ex-wife's friend.
Yeah. Everybody was in that room kicking this dude's ass. Like, no joke. People were beating the and I remember looking at Manuel like, what the fuck is going on? But that's when I made our great getaway. I was like, all right, let's leave. And we stole like a shitload of beer. And we
took a whole ice chest and 2 bottles of Patron.
Yeah, and we jet.
We took off and we went. I think we went back to your place or to your ex-wife's friend's place.
Yeah, it was my place.
Your apartment, because we weren't far off.
Yeah, it was literally across the street.
Yeah. So shit, dude, that's crazy, my guy. These parties that we went to, like, what the fuck, dude? If any of y'all have any crazy stories, put them in the comments. We would love to.
Yeah, we'd love to hear them. Like, man,
I know there's people out there that have had some craziest, or just as crazy as ours.
Oh, I have a lot more, but I won't get into it. That'll be other topics. One time I will say that I was at a satanic party.
Oh, dude.
Like, dude, I'll tell you, that was one of the most craziest parties I ever went to.
I mean, I don't know if we have time to talk about them, but I remember our buddy Isaac took me to a concert, and he goes like, my guy, I know you've been getting into, the black metal, the heavy metal and all that stuff with me. I've been getting you into some new bands and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man, I appreciate it. He goes, but this concert, there's going to be people doing like satanic things in the middle of the fucking pit. And I'm like, nah, I don't believe it. My guy, when I say there was like this chick in the middle of the fucking pit with the doll and stabbing it with something. Man. I don't know if it was a blade, a pair of scissors, or what the fuck it was. She was stabbing it, and then they lit, like, they threw some kind of like lighter fluid on it, and they lit it. And it started smoking, and it caused like the sprinklers to go off. But nobody gave a fuck. There was no security. There was nothing, dude. Think of it like, do you remember Reptiles?
Yeah.
It was that size.
Oh, wow.
It was a small venue, dude. A small fucking venue.
And the sprinklers came on and shit?
Sprinklers came on, but nobody did a fucking thing.
Damn, it was like Blade.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking that retro music. And then everyone's dancing with blood fucking spraying on them. Yeah.
Like that. My guy, like, that's what came into my mind. I started, like, you know, looking at my hand. I'm like, is it red? Is it fucking red? Dude,
I'm cut.
Not a cut. Is it the fucking blood from the sprinklers coming out, or am I in Blade right now?
I don't know how many people walked out of there with AIDS that day.
I don't fucking know, but it wasn't fucking blood. It was just water.
It was just water.
Water, but it set off the sprinkler system. We walked out. Fire truck showed up, and everybody's just walking out like nothing ever fucking happened. Because as soon as the sprinklers went off, the fire went out.
Yeah,
it went out quick. So when the firemen showed up, they were all like, "Is everybody okay?" Nobody answered them. Everybody's just like minding their own fucking business, smoking cigarettes and shit like that, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And they just went inside, and they're all like, "Fire's contained. Nobody can go back inside." They shut the place down. It's like I'm telling you, it was a small venue. It almost looked like a house. It almost looked like a small little house, dude. And it kind of got rowdy. Yeah. For a small venue, it got rowdy.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, my story, so there was a era when, because, you know, I already knew Isaac, Manuel, and our friends, but there was an era where I ended up moving, and I ended up going to another high school towards the end of my high school days. And, you know, obviously when you go to a different school, you meet new people, different parties, different atmosphere.
Yeah.
Of course, don't get me wrong, I still love my friends back there, but, you know, new friends, right? So I got invited to a party, and what it was it was a house, and it was a black metal party, or it was like people from my school, like people that played, that were in bands.
Yeah.
But they were black metal. Like, it was like 3 of them. And the guy who ran the party, he was like, the one who was hosting, and he also had his band, and they were the last ones playing. It was black metal. Like, dude, like, I remember walking into the atmosphere of this party, and you know it's a metalhead or metal party because everybody had a black shirt with a fucking band on it. Yeah. It wasn't like, you know, you got your jocks here. Like, no, everybody there was rocking a black shirt, blue jeans, or maybe black all around. But yeah, I remember walking in there and be like, holy shit. Like,
where am I?
I'm home.
I'm home.
But what had happened was, and I say satanic party because what happened was, like I said, all black metal bands. They were like black metal. So when the final guy came out, which was the one who was having the party at his house, by the way, in the ghetto neighborhood, I'm not going to lie, it was a ghetto atmosphere. But what happened was when he started playing, a guy came out with a cross, but this wasn't no little ass cross. It was like a fucking 10, 12-foot cross. Okay. A big ass cross, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is that for? Dude digs a hole, puts the cross in, but upside down. And while that guy's playing, they're fucking burning it. It's a upside down cross on fire.
What the?
And I was just there the whole time. Like, people are all like, yeah, like, just into it because the music, the atmosphere. And I'm just like there because I used to smoke. I had a bong in my hand, and I was talking to the guys, like my actual friends. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what the hell is going on?
Dude.
And I'm like, we're in a fucking neighborhood, a small neighborhood.
And nobody fucking thought to call the cops?
No one called the cops.
Holy shit.
No one called the cops, dude. It was just like, oh, this is just a regular weekend for those kids.
Well, those Johnson kids.
Those Johnsons.
Kids. Oh, and their crosses.
But, dude, it was like, what the fuck? Like, no joke, upside down cross just burning.
What the shit?
In the fucking backyard, like nothing.
Like nothing ever happened?
Like nothing ever happened. Like, this is just a regular thing. Regular fucking thing.
Okay, all right. Like,
so yeah, that was just one of them.
Holy fuck, dude.
Crazy shit.
Damn. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's parts of me that says like I miss those parties, but I mean, going to one of those parties now at the age that we're in right now,
I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't be able to do it, and not because we wouldn't be able to hang. It's just like you'd feel so fucking out of place.
No, I couldn't hang.
You don't think so?
No, fuck no.
You know, well, I mean, dude, look what we're drinking.
Yeah,
and look how much of the bottle we've drank in just this short time.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could hang, but we're not gonna be doing no fucking beer bongs. We're not gonna be. Damn, I'm already hiccuping, dude. We're not gonna be doing no fucking shotguns and shit like that. That's
cake stands, none of that bullshit no more.
I think of those things like for real. Like I can't drink beer anymore, man.
Yeah, I can't either.
Like,
it fucks my stomach.
Just this past what was it, the 6th? Isaac's birthday was on the 6th.
Mm-hmm. Shout out, happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Isaac.
Part-time Bison,
my guy. Part-time Bison. His birthday was just recently, and I went to his place and got him a nice 24-pack of beer. And we were drinking it, and dude, I just can't hang like I used to before, man. I can't. I started feeling the beer right away.
It's the yeast.
I felt so bloated.
Yeah,
so fucking bloated. Luckily, though, the next day I had no hangover. Just cotton mouth and just felt fatigue. That's it. But no headache. No fucking. I couldn't see the light. None of that.
Yeah.
But still, then. Fuck that shit, dude. I can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, I can't do that shit no more either. I can't hang no more.
I enjoy this, like, having a cigar with the nice little glass of whiskey. What do we usually drink? Like 2 or 3 glasses of fucking podcast?
Glasses, yeah.
And even afterwards, we'll drink another one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But drinking as much as we used to back in the day,
fuck,
this is not our cup of tea.
No, hell no. I can't do that shit no more.
To the no, my no, to the no. But, yeah.
So, I mean... So let's get on a final story, I know, before we end this great episode.
Yeah.
So, I always say some dark things. This is a bit dark. So, again, if you have kids, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So, 3 sisters, kids went to visit their dad, guess the parents don't live together no more. It's divorce type thing. What is it called? Shared custody or whatever? Shared custody.
Co-parenting.
Yeah, so 3 sisters are dead after they return to see their dad. Their dad chopped their heads off.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just because? Or
I guess just because.
Like, they couldn't get the statement from the dad or something? What the fuck, dude?
I mean, from what I'm seeing, it was a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Damn, dad chopped their heads off, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Are we gonna end every fucking episode on a note like that?
We're gonna try to.
Oh, about that, my guy. I don't know about that. That's crazy, my guy. I mean, it's one thing, like, to have shared custody of your kids, dude. You have to do your best as a parent to, like, make sure that they don't feel the separation.
Oh, this guy topped it.
Yeah, he topped it hard.
Yeah. A little too on the top.
Yeah, no shit. It took a little off the top if we get my knee.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I don't understand that. I really do. Because, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I'm a single father myself. You know what I mean? Baby mama went our separate ways.
I'm still surprised you had sex.
Yeah. Well, it happens, man. Miracles happen.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
Miracles happen. But, and we co-parents and stuff like that. And we try, I try myself to, like, make sure that the kids don't feel that separation.
Of course.
So, like, we're both still there. It's what co-parenting is for. But when I hear stories like this, I think to myself, like, why, my guy? Like, dude, why don't you focus instead of, like, because I've heard of the horror stories of, like, where they'll be thinking, like, oh, who's she fucking now? And I'm gonna kill the next person or whatever. Like, it's stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, why not focus on making your kids happy?
Yeah.
Focus on making your kids fucking happy, making them see, like, that's my dad. He's busting his ass to give us everything we want. So on and so forth, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling.
It is. It's crazy. I mean, I never had kids, but, I was married for a good number of years. You know me since high school, so I had my history.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the same thing when I'll tell every gentleman, like when, you go separate ways, sadly it does happen in the community, in this world. You'll be with someone for a long number of years, and it just ends. But the way I went about it was, and anyone listening, the way you should go about it is like when you really sit down and talk to yourself, right? What are you really gonna miss? What? Her cute stories? Her funny jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I saw it myself is when I went my way, I started focusing on myself.
Okay.
Just me. It's about me and my kids versus the world, you know? But I started working on myself.
Okay.
My God, like I lost so much weight. Granted, I gained it back. Not all of it though.
Okay.
But at one point, I'm gonna tell you this: for those of you that know what Bill Miller's is, you know their chairs. I used to take up 2.
Oh shit!
A chair per butt cheek, my guy.
Damn, dude, per butt cheek.
Butt cheek, man.
Damn, bro.
And I had to get into fucking working out. I had to, and I started focusing on myself, making myself a better person. Surprisingly, I'm not gonna say reading is horrible because it's not, but I started reading books.
Yeah,
I started like reading like self-help books and shit like that. You know, a lot of people might think like, oh, that's stupid. No, dude, it helps you out.
Yeah, it does.
It helps you out. So, I mean, it keeps your mind off the negative. And of course, I had a very good support group like you and Isaac that, you know, got me out of my funk, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Got me out of my funk. You know, Isaac started taking me to fucking concerts. He literally showed up to my house and just said, get the fuck up, get the fuck dressed. You're coming with me. And I believe our first concert was Amon Amarth.
Nice.
Amon Amarth with Grand Magus. Oh my God. And with the beautiful from I'm not gonna say I'm one of those simps for her, but
you sniff her panties if you could.
If I could, I'd sniff a fart, my guy.
Damn.
Nah, like from Arch Enemy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, even Angela herself. My God.
Yeah,
big fan of those. But when he took me to that concert, I remember it so well. So well. That I just released a bunch of frustrations in the pit, dude. Mm-hmm. Just fucking shoving the fuck out of people, just getting that anger. And, you know, I started thinking, what was I mad about again?
Yeah.
What do I fucking care? I'm going to focus on myself, not waste time.
Yeah.
Fucking thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got a million better things to do.
Yeah. Well, what it really is, and like, I don't know if we're getting off topic, but since we're talking about it, and, you know, what it is what us men tend to do is we get attached to a body, and that's what upsets us when we know they're going to go leave us and sit on another dick, basically, because we all know it's true, right?
Yeah.
We all know it's true, but what it is...
on with life.
Yeah. So what it is we're like, we get so attached to the body that it upsets us, but we shouldn't be like that. You're not going to meet a woman these day and ages that's back hasn't been blown out.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's better to just start focusing on yourself, and if you have kids, focus on them. Don't do the shit that we just talked about right now, man.
Yeah, don't do that.
This guy fucking, or like the other one that you mentioned about the oven on the kid's head.
Oh, yeah. That one's crazy.
Yeah, that one was crazy as fuck, too. Like, and like one of our fans, listeners said, he's like, it kind of pulls at the heartstrings for sure. You're a father yourself. So even if it's not, I mean, any human being.
Shout out Leroy, my
guy. It pulls at the heartstrings. We're human.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I mean, work on yourself, my guy. Do better.
Do better. I like the way you go about it.
Yep.
Spoken like a true gentleman, just trying to uplift the manosphere is what they call it.
Absolutely. None of that red pill bullshit.
Yeah, none of that red pill bullshit. We don't do that shit here. We don't do that shit here.
Yeah, no, fuck that. But just work on yourself. Be the classy bison that you can.
Exactly. You gotta have class. Wear a suit.
Yeah.
Wear a suit. Represent yourself. Think highly of yourself.
Speaking of which, I need to buy a new suit.
Yeah?
I need to upgrade my suit.
Really?
Yeah. Because, you know, you gotta look good.
Well, of course, you always gotta look good. That's for yourself, though, not for everybody else. Remember that. But the women do like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. They do pay attention.
Indeed. If there's any bisonettes listening, like, let us know. What do y'all like to see in a man? Do y'all like the confidence? Do y'all like the well dressed? What do y'all like to see? The cleanup?
The cleanup, yeah.
The
cleanup. I like to see 8 baby daddies and God
damn. See what they bring to the table.
But But I guess we'll just end it on that episode. We've been talking for a while.
Absolutely.
So how you feel? You ready to end this one? Close the lounge down for the night?
Let's close the lounge down. Let's give out the last call and let us head on out.
Last call, gentlemen. Last call. So, Manuel, is there anything you want to say to the lovely Bisonettes and Bisons of the lounge?
That's the thing I always say, my guy. Drink water and fuck.
Drink water and fuck. But don't you mean puck?
Oh, yeah. Drink water and puck.
Drink water and puck. Spoken like a true gentleman. And I want to say again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us. Episode 21. We've gone over 20 already, man. So that's a big milestone.
That's a milestone.
That's a milestone.
We got to do something for the Bisons, man.
We got to do something. We're going to have to talk about it here in a minute.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again, for listening to the Bison Lounge, the podcast about everything and nothing, as you just heard. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Deuces.